Okay, going to continue the Logic for Beginners course here. I'm thinking to get my flow going again, sticking with the same project, and keeping in mind this is for a friend, and I want to just give a few more key commands today. Again, write these on the wall on your MacBook. On the left and right of your trackpad, there's these big gray smooth areas. You get a big Sharpie or big magic marker. In the old days, we call them magic markers, and you put these key commands on your MacBook. So they're going to be. Well, let's get a MIDI region in here first of all. So let's create a new track. And I haven't done this for a while, so I don't know the command for a new MIDI instrument track. So I'm going to look it up. Now I'm not going to be reciting exactly everything I'm doing. That was a tab. I may recite everything I'm doing. Okay, so let's type in MIDI track. New external MIDI track. No, not external. Those are intense. Okay, I gotta figure out, do this a different way. So I'm gonna close this. I'm just gonna go look this up. Here's something cool. Since I've been saying get away from the clicking of the mouse, this is really ridiculous, but I think it's function control 2. Will bring you up to the bar here, to the menu bar. So we're gonna go, what is it under track? New, oh, it is external MIDI audio track. No, here's the one I want. New software instrument track. Option Command S. So let's do that. Option Command S. And there we are. So there's going to be a few commands here that you're going to want to remember. So we got it set up as default classic electric piano. We want to have something different. So let's go to the library. Why? Because there's more sounds here. Let's go to something arpeggiated. Layers, hidden messages, and take a listen. So we've already used key command Y. Let's try command K. Brings up your musical typing keyboard. Now that's got a cool little, like a 5/7 or something going there. What is that? It's like a 3/4 or something. Okay, so we're gonna keep that. We're not getting too picky. Ooh, I clicked the mouse. Let's go back. So command K. I think it's a toggle. It is. So if you want to have keyboard typing when you're on the road, for whatever reason, command K. Command K. We'll close it. I don't mind this. Y closes the library. And now we have this hidden messages track. It's made up of a couple of synths here with this drop down arrow. Don't worry about that for now. Let's create a MIDI region in here. Here's something that's very interesting. I like this. If you hit play, let's bring up the keyboard. Hit play. Turn on the metronome. Can't turn on the metronome with this open. This is what I'm trying to get to show her the behavior. So I'm going to close that. Metronome on, metronome off. You can see it happening up here. Metronome on, metronome off. No, that was actually doing the count in because I was doing shift. Put metronome on, metronome off. Count in on, count in off. Shift K. So when you go to the musical typing keyboard, you try to do the K. Now I'm going to turn the metronome on or off. It's going to give you a sound. So Command K. So is the metronome on? Yes, it is. Return this back. Command K. So what was I going to illustrate? I'm going to illustrate a thing called capture recording. So let's just hit play with it. I'm not going to record anything. I'm not going to hit the record button. I'm just going to play some notes. Yeah, I don't like any of that, so let me just go back. Let me deselect, zoom. I like this one for the very last sound. So I'm going to move it to bar 14 for now. How do I move this to bar 14 without dragging it? Semicolon. We'll move region start to playhead. Look at it. See? Semicolon. Pretty sweet. Let's copy this. Command copy. Let's bring the playhead back. Let's paste it. Command V. And where did it go? Down here, because I wasn't on the, I didn't have the track highlighted. So let's Command Z that. Highlight the track where I want it pasted. Bring the playhead back to where I want it pasted. Now Command V. There we go. Let's remove the fade on here. Control click. Remove fade. Let's repeat this a couple of times. Command R. Let's bring this to, oh, there is a cool one. I don't know. It's getting a little over the top, but I could move this region and butt it up against the next region here. And there's many ways to move this. I could actually click and move it. I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to show you how to find key commands. So there's a key command that will move this to, I forget what it's called. Let's look it up. Option K. Let's delete that text. So it's a region shuffle maybe? Shuffle region. Option square bracket. I think that's it. So let's just Command W. Option square bracket. There you go. No matter where that was, it will bring it up and flush to the next. Let's just move it randomly. I'm obviously on 16ths nudge. Let's go for option square bracket left. And there you go. It'll bring any region back up to the region beside it. Let's try it with these two. Let's take these and move them over. Option square bracket. Shuffle regions. Alright, this is really boring me, but it's helping me remember my key commands, that's for sure. Surprised I remember as many as I do. It's maybe because I go and look them up all the time. Okay, so now let's illustrate the capture recording. We got this track here. I'm going to bring up the musical typing and I will just hit play and I'm going to play in some notes. Let's bring the count in. I'm going to get rid of the keyboard. Option K brings in that notes. Shift K. There we go. We got a count in. I don't think the count in is going to work unless I hit record. Let's try it. So Command K. Yeah, it won't come in. But I got to illustrate this. So let's just hit play. No, I don't like that. Nope. Nope. Let's try A and F. Alright, maybe this. So let's say I like that, for instance. If I like that, but I didn't record it, I could say, damn, I like that. What did I just do there? I forgot what I played, especially if you're playing a bigger part with an actual MIDI keyboard. You can hit Shift-R. And what this does is capture recording. Capture what you played, because you didn't really record it, but it captured the, what do they call it? The performance. Let's call it that. So now this is almost the end of this video. I'm ready to wrap it up. This is the last part. Actually, there's going to be, I forgot, there's two big letters on your keyboard here, and I haven't even showed them to you yet. So let's go with, people on YouTube are going to effing hate this. Let's go with looking at the notes here in an editor. So there's a couple of ways to do it. It's highlighted. So if you hit the letter E, these are the ones I tell you to Sharpie onto your computer. E will bring up the editor. Now, since it's a MIDI part, the editor is going to show MIDI notes. Let's get rid of it. E again. If you're highlighted on audio region and you hit E, you're going to bring up a file editor, and it didn't do it. Oh, it's because it's not on the track. If I was on this track with this highlighted, I should still get MIDI. No, it goes to the audio. So it corresponds with the track that's highlighted. So if this track is highlighted, forget the region. I can deselect that. This track is highlighted and you hit E. Well, let's deselect the regions just so to prove it. Hit Editor. You get the waveform file editor. Well, actually, right now it's track, but it can be file as well. And it should be, you'd have to highlight it then, I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. Let's deselect. And get rid of the editor. Now we go to this track, highlight it, hit Editor, and you get your piano roll editor. We're going to raise this up. Might as well make it about half screen, because whenever you want to get rid of it, you hit E. So why am I saying all this? There's one other editor I want to show you. So E, well, at the end of the day, I'll just show you this. You can see that these aren't all perfect, and it doesn't really matter. They don't have to be perfect, but it is nice. You don't want to get too far ahead, then you're starting to really get some timing issues. So you can select all of these. Well, how can I loop them all with the Shift button and, clicking and scooping them all? Did that get them all? Probably not. It only got the 3. Shift A. Shift A. Command A. Command A. Select all. Write it down. Try it. Follow along in the project. Command A selects them all. Q quantizes them to a 16th note. Generally, if you're not playing really too bad, you're good to go to quantize. So those are a lot tighter now. Get out of the editor. Let's start this at the very start of the project. So shuffle, I wonder if shuffle left works against the first bar. Let's try it. Yes, it does. Let's play it. Okay, let's cut off this end here because that's the loop range. So let's move the playhead to the last, the 8th bar, the end of the 8th bar. Let's trim that. Command T. Do you want to keep short and just hit keep. There, it stayed there. This is highlighted, delete. Bye-bye. So this is now a new MIDI region. Let's duplicate the region. What would it be to repeat region? I know what it is. I think it is mine Command R? Pretty sure. I'm not going to do it. Let's check it out. Option K. I'm in the text field already. It's already highlighted with a shuffle and some error I put in there. So let's delete this. Let's type in repeat, R-E-P-E. Now let's see what we got. Repeat, note repeat, repeat regions and events. That sounds good to me. Let's just look, what's this one say? There's another one here. Repeat section between locators, global, and repeat section between locators, selection. Those are handy. I won't get into it right now, but repeat regions and events, Command R. All right, Command W. Let's repeat this. Command R. Let's repeat it one more time. And let's add in a different drum part. So ambition beat. Let's duplicate this. Command D. Command D duplicates a track. Let's bring in a loop here. That's ambition beat similar. Let's bring in the loop library. Do you remember that from the first video? I hope so. So we will go to all drums, clean. I could search ambition beat. Let's try that. There it is. Oh, there's only the two. So I want to do something different here. I actually want to look it up. Now I must have passed it. There it is. So let's just see what it sounds like here. Okay, that's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is drag that one to this point right here. And I want to duplicate it 4 times. Let's get rid of the library O. Command R. And let's listen to what we got. I already know it's going to sound kind of cool having a transition here, especially after this slowdown. Remember the slowdown? Okay, I won't bore you with it. Let's start from the 13th bar here. And you can move the playhead with the comma and period. And that's actually started from here. Okay, that's kind of cool. This is too long and abrupt. Well, it's actually, I don't mind the abruptness, but it's definitely too long. So let's zoom in there. Option, click and pull. And let's shorten it. And let's see if this will work. Let's try it from here. That's not bad. Let's make it really short and a little more. Option play. I could click here for the playhead. Let's not click. Let's go option play. Get used to it. That's kind of cool. So let's see here. I'm thinking more like this. Option play. Okay, cool. That'll work for now. Deselect, zoom, brings your project into zoom. And I hope it's not, I'm definitely not going too fast for you because you've only written down about 5 different key commands. Library, Y, O for loops, E for editor, think that's all I want to show you. It's pretty slow and boring, but if you do these, if you practice your key commands, you don't have to use the mouse as much, obviously, and you can just use the Apple loops for your content and then continue. We'll do a bass or something on this next in a couple days. One last thing before I go. See this button here? Let's zoom in. You can choose different versions of this analog drum. Let's zoom in a bit this way to get the analog drum machine 04. Let's click this. There you go. You have analog drum machine. Oh my God. Gee, if you can't come up with something creative with 95 different versions of this audio file, I don't know what the problem would be. So that one's 4. Let's go to this one. Let's make it 5. Let's go to this one. Let's make it 6. And I don't know if there's a key command for this, but I'm not going to worry about it because you don't do this very often. Let's make this 7. Don't even know what you're getting here, but you just try it. Okay, right there, I'm going to do a little bit more editing here because I already know what I like. I like this one up to halfway point. So let's Command T it and delete the second half. I like this one in general, so let's get over here, Command T it, which is Command Trim. Let's take this one and put it over here. So here's where you got to click and use the mouse. Option drag, so click, hold Option, click and drag, and you'll bring a copy over. You have to let go in the reverse order that you did that. So Option, click, drag, let go of the click, then let go of Option. If you let go of Option too early, this will disappear. Let me illustrate. Option, click, drag. If I let go of Option, the first one disappeared, or the one I clicked disappeared. Let me illustrate that again. This way you won't lose your fricking marbles. Option, click the region, drag it, unclick, let go of Option. That's to drag a copy over. Let me undo that. If I go Option, click, and drag over, and let go of Option, the first one, it's like just like moving it. It's like shift, it's just like dragging it. So get that? It's just like learning an instrument. You're not going to get the chord right if you don't practice it. If you don't get the scale right, you're not practicing it. So, Option, click, drag, let go of the click, let go of Option. All right, that's all I'm going to do. And let's see what my change sounded like. And that's the end of the video. Okay, this whole section here I kind of like, so pretty much I'm just going to get rid of this for now and copy this over. So Command repeat, even though they're all different, it still should work. Number 4, oh, let me move it out. 7.3, that was probably the copies of it. Oh, 0.5, yeah, 0.1. I'm wondering if that's the actual copy. 7.3, 4.4, yeah, 5.3, 7.4. Okay, regardless, I kind of like this, so let's listen one more time. Okay, right now I'm going to delete that copy. I already know what will sound kind of cool. Let's do a command copy. Make sure I'm on the track. Command V. Let's take this, Command R, repeat it. But what I want to do is Command duplicate that. I'm going to take this region and move it to this track. This is part two. Part two. Here we go. I know what it is. I'm just going to look it up though. Move region to selected track. Where is it? Let's type in some more letters here. Move region select. There it is. Move selected regions to selected track. I use this quite a bit when I was mixing. Shift Control T. So I want to take this region and move it to this track. It should leave it right underneath it. So I got this track highlighted, this region highlighted. Shift Control T. There you go. Moved it to this track. I like that command. Reason I did that, all I want to do is put a new instrument in here to go with these drums. So let's go here. Y for library, and let's try liquid rhythms. I got no. This is going to be interesting, so let me get rid of that. Let's set a cycle range. Click and drag. And it'll loop there, so I can just I can audition different ones. Okay, I don't like that. Plus, what I wanted to do is just have like a big bass note. Let's get rid of the library. Let's open the editor on this region. I definitely think I'm going to just take all these notes out. Here's a good one for a little more advanced users. If I got this note highlighted and I want everything else highlighted, Shift I will give you an invert the selection. And now this one's not highlighted, the rest are. I'm going to delete those. This one I want to extend the end out. I know the key command, but I don't have time to look it up. And I want to bring it down an octave, so it's Shift Option down. And oh my god, it's going crazy. Let's chop it up a bit so it doesn't play forever. Okay, so there's that. Let's get rid of the editor. Let's go back to the library, and now let's rehearse or audition different sounds. No. Not bad. That one. Let's keep that one. So get rid of the cycle range, C. Sorry, man. I hope you're writing all these down. That's why I'm putting the giant letter here. C, cycle range. Cycle range, loop range, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be coming in handy. You got to do this constantly. I haven't done this for a month. Actually, probably for half a year. Deselect, zoom. Cycle range is on. Let's shut it off because I don't want it to play from there. And that is it. Let's just hear what my transition turned like. I'm just sort of writing this on the fly. If this doesn't show you how to write a song and use key commands, I don't know what does. It's up to you to practice after. That's it. It's up to you to practice. It's that simple. I could already start duplicating this out, making bridges, thinking of songs, putting in basses. Thank you for watching. Sorry, I've got a really drab mood right now. It's raining out. Thank you.